Hello everyone, welcome back. So we started with the part of research design and now we have completed 3 methods. Probably 4 methods we have completed. First method is related to the explorative research. When you want to explore something, at that time you keep the flexibility. Second method we discussed is descriptive and diagnostic research, in which we do the study when your aim is fixed what you want to do, and when you want to find out the relationship between the variables, or maybe when you want to check that what can justify the relation between the variables, that is called as diagnostic study. Then we started with the part of hypothesis testing research method. In the hypothesis testing research method, we perform the experiments, so it is also called as experimental study. Again, we discussed that in experimental study what we do is that we carry out the experiments. That means the set of testing is being done on the sample of group of a sample, and we have discussed that there were 3 principles related to it. So experimental study is majorly concerned when you want to check your hypothesis, when you want to check your facts and figures, when you want to conclude on the basis of your hypothesis. So you perform the experiments, and that is called as hypothesis testing research method. Now today we will discuss another method that is related to finding out the facts and figures and observing the things, and then analyzing on the basis of your observation, and then remarking on your research work. The process of doing the observation, learning from your observation by considering a particular example in front of you, that process is called as the method of conducting research by case study. Now there are various times that you are in need to take a particular case study and then do the study. Now I will say some of the examples related to it where case study method is more applicable. Suppose you all know that the environmental pollution is a global issue. Every country wants to reduce the pollution to higher extent so that the ecological balance should be maintained. So there is the possible ways to stay in the life with the sustainable approach. Sustainable means doing the work as if now, such that the future generations can stay and can alive in a proper condition. So when you want to do the sustainable work, when you want to follow the sustainable concept, there should be some examples from which you can learn that to what extent you can apply the principles of sustainability. Again, we will take a small example of a construction industry. There is a huge amount of resources which is required for construction, maybe cement, sand, aggregates, boulders, maybe soil. Then you are in need of various materials. That was raw material. Now finished materials are also required. While doing the construction and after the construction of the structure, again you are in need of the high amount of operational energy, the energy which is required for running the building or the structure. Now sustainability says that your approach should be such that minimum amount of resources should be used so as the future generations should have that resources at that time. So there are further principles decided that what are the things that you should follow and maintain the sustainability. That list of principles, that checklist, that factors, keeping in mind that factors, some of the construction is already done, some of the buildings are there, cases are there. Now suppose you want to construct a particular sustainable structure, and before doing that you need to do the depth analysis that what problems can be faced and how to solve that problems, and to what extent a particular method is more efficient to achieve your aim of sustainability. So what you do is that you consider a particular example of constructed structure, constructed sustainable examples. You go through the details of all documents, all process, all problems. You observe the live case, and then on the basis of that you conclude your research work that when you will do the construction in the sustainable way, what problems it may come. There may be several problems that might happen. So at this time you need to refer some cases, and when you refer the cases for your own research work, that particular type of research method design is called as case study method. Now we will start in depth about the case study method, what are the things that should be included in it, how we can conduct in the very best possible way, and what are the things that we should avoid while doing the case study method. One by one we will discuss all these parts. So case study method is the method of exploring and analyzing the life of social unit, person, maybe firm or any structure. When the study is done for learning from others' behavior, the method of case study is adopted. The aim is to find the behavior governing factors to solve complex variable relationship. It is one of the oldest method of research by referring history and framing set of outputs for further research. Since the case is undertaken from the society, the impact of social environment and sample set social behavior is of prime importance. I will explain all these concepts one by one with the help of examples. Sample set differs with motive of research. It can be study of political body, maybe some political figure. It can be study of existing structure, maybe building or a tower or a monument. It can be related to the field or the growth rate trend of any organization, how the new organization captured the market, how the old standing organization failed in the market. It can be related to the psychological study of the patient. So all these are the various examples related to the case study method. Now some of the important points that we should follow is that when you carry out the observation on the basis of cases, that case lie between the social or the society. So the social atmosphere or the social behavior around it should also be studied. Suppose if you want to do the study on a particular historical figure, if you want to do your research on some political leader, and when you want to consider the case of that political leader, you should also consider the people, those who were coming in contact of that person right from the time of birth, because all the factors, all the situations of life has created the individual impact on the mind of that particular leader, and thus the behavior changed. So it cannot be a small part, but it should be complete, and it should also consider the social implications factors also. Assumptions and essentials of the case study method. What are the things that are necessary for its conduction? It should be carried out on specific hypothesis set case only. The method counts factors, facts, imagination and common sense. It considers the social impact on the case and even other extraneous variable. It shall be free from the bias write-up. Suppose if the researcher is doing a particular work, he or she should not put their own personal feelings about other while writing the research, but it should be on the basis of facts and figures. The writer should be wise enough to analyze the case. The life history data shall have consistency and accuracy. The data collection should cover both cultural as well as the scientific significant. Case considered should not be looked for specific time period but its complete life cycle. Suppose if you want to do the study of a particular designing of a vehicle, why that particular vehicle has turned very famous, why the demand is more in the market, then not only the part of that vehicle when it was launched should be considered, but right from the designing phase, what were the reason why that particular model was designed, how this model become famous in the market, after purchasing of some of the models, what were the people's feedback, why this model is still maintaining the consistency in market. Everything should be looked in detail. So how to make a case study effective? Now this is the further part. How should we can develop our case study very effective? Case is a part of environment. and thus all influencing factors should be considered. You should realize that whatever you want to study, what are the factors, that internal and external factors. Internal means the directly factors which are affecting it, and external means which are not in direct contact but creates impact on the structure. The structure or organization is run by a group of people. Thus the human behavior, working environment, policy, cultural and home impact should be given weightage. Suppose if you want to do the study related to the organization's growth, maybe failure of organization, maybe growth of organization, maybe some specific talent under that organization, at that time you need to consider various factors such as human behavior, working environment, home environment of that particular group, etc. The complete lifespan of project should be studied. Historical evidence, resource utilization, and political situation should also be considered. The case document may not fulfill criteria of reliability. It means that it is not necessary that whenever you want to do the study of a particular part or someone, you will get all the documents related to it. Maybe you want to do the study of any particular fort. It may be 400 or 500 years old. And now if you want any document, you will not get any document related to it. So it is a monument, it is a very old structure, and this time, since the documents are not complete, since the documents are not based on the facts and figures, it is not possible to gain all the documents. Because of the inadequacy of such documents, there is less certainty in the reliability of it. So the documentation should be considered, but proper weightage should be given to it. In-depth consideration and importance should be assigned to the contents of the document, but at the same time, it should not be considered as the prime factor for the analysis. So, in this lecture, we have discussed when can we use the case study method, what are the merits of case study method, how you can consider your cases, what should be the contents of the case study method, and how the cases can be converted in your write-up. It totally depends upon the individual's approach, individual's knowledge and skill, and any case study should be free from the bias or the personal interest of the researcher. So over here we will stop this method also.